Guys, I'm reaching a $10 million day trading account. I'm very close. I thought that I'm going to do it next year, but it seems that it's happening right now thanks to market volatility. I'm getting close. Last week I had over $350,000, but now today we had an amazing trading day and I recorded these trades live for you. Let's watch the recap together.
You are going to learn how I take profits strategically, how to read liquidity on Market Atlas order flow chart, how to let your winning trade run to the next liquidity level, and price action reading in real time. All right, guys, we had a pretty amazing trading day on AMD. It was a very strong move that we had, and I'd like to do this recap to see how we actually made this significant amount of profits. We did it live in the chat room, and I really hope that you guys got a move on that. And more than anything else, I want to talk about what we saw in Market Atlas and how we actually took that trade based on Market Atlas. I do have a live recording that you can actually take a look at it and let me know what you think. But let's take a look at AMD on a 5-minute chart. Obviously, this turned out to be a very powerful 5-minute opening range breakout, and then with the heavy add on 230 all the way up to 240. This is a very significant move of over 10% on AMD. I'm gonna go through these two trades that I did, and then I also have a live recording of my trading with the Market Atlas, so you actually get a really nice idea of how trade management and execution and trade identification works in this case. So at the open, so AMD popped up so for a 1-minute opening range breakout. So we took that trade. Again, the Market Atlas, I'm going to have the recording. I'm going to show you the recording. The Market Atlas really worked very nicely on that. So we went long at 223, popped up all the way up to 225 and 226, and then it came down. I got to stop that. I gave some of the profit back in this case, because when you start partialing, you have to bring your stop loss back to break-even point. But even having said that, was still profitable. When long here, the volume really picked up significantly. You slowly partial on that, and it came down. I was really getting ready to get a stop that on it, move away from me, and I got to stop that after passing my break even. And again, the rule here is when you start partialing, this was my original risk. So when you start partialing, you have to bring your stop loss back to break even. And since I didn't stop that, I lost a little bit of money. And then what happened here after that, it came back above the VWAP. So again, the really good squeeze that happened around this time at 940 came above the VWAP. 5-minute was becoming a bullish engulfing pattern, which is one of my favorite patterns here. One of my favorite pattern here is that it really came up, and I decided to go long again, and then boom, the squeeze happened. I added more on the pullback, and then boom, all the way went up significantly. To put this one on perspective, AMD was stuck in play because it had this OpenAI news a few days ago. So, on a daily chart, when you look into that, so on a daily chart, obviously, you had this huge gap up, and it was very significant for the last couple of days. So this is, considered stuck in play. And actually, it seems that it actually did break the all-time high. So what I want you to pay attention in the recording is the time. And of course, I'm going to show you the Market Atlas. We'll switch it. And what we want to see is what are the signals that we're seeing. So the price, the current price is here. So what I want to see, if above the current price, the liquidity and the ask on the bid. And this is just here, I recorded this. This is 9:33 on October 15. And this is for NVDA. It has nothing to do with us. But what we're seeing here is that NVDA, even though it was gapping up 2%, it was really weak, open weak, did opening range breakdown. At this time that I took this, recording starting, there was a huge liquidity sitting at 183. And that means that a very good chance that NVDA is going to break down. And we did have traders, including Peter, that took that trade.
Here's my trade. You can see 183.28 is my entry. And I said I went in with a small size of the plan to add if it popped back up to VWAP, but it dropped right away.
So now I switch to AMD. So I see that here's let me pause this one here. So you see significant amount of volume right now hitting an AMD for market atlas. So significant amount of liquidity sitting up there. So this is the price action, and it's really aligned with the time that with the price action that we are having. We really squeezed above the VWAP, which is the blue line, and you see the 224 and 225 volumes are stacking up. This is very bullish market atlas, and that was the reason that I should take that trade. And let's go take a look at it a little bit more quickly. And you see here, boom, it did trying to go to 224.20, 224.50, and then it's gonna boom, going up. Now the volume went up to 225. So as you see here, the volume is just continuing going higher. I haven't really partialed out yet because now I'm targeting 225. So very important. It still is very bullish. Stock is up 2.8%. The market atlas says 225 is a level that has a very good potential. Let's see. I'm really looking forward. I'm waiting for it. And again, I haven't partialed that purchase. If anything, I should have added more on this case, but I already had that. Boom, as you see here, is going through 225, and there you go. Here we go, and boom. Now we got the 225, and now 226. As you see here, the market atlas is very bullish here. There's no big bid here, considering compared to this one. That means that it's going to continue going higher and higher and higher. So I'm going to go a little bit fast paced here to see what's going to happen. There you go. So 226. You see how liquidity goes up and the price follows the liquidity. So let me go a little bit faster because this is a long recording, and maybe I can get that. So as you see here, the price is coming here, and now as you see, come a little bit. Look at the price action, and look at the atlas. Atlas is kind of indecisive now. So there's a lot of liquidity, orders up there. There's a lot of orders down there. It's kind of very difficult to say if this is really going up and down, and that was actually a sign that you can get into the choppiness, and we did see. Go a little bit faster. Choppiness. Came down. I came back to OKLO. I did another trade on OKLO because I saw something on the market atlas. But the stocks that don't have much liquidity, sometimes it's very difficult to read the market atlas. OKLO is one of them. There's not a lot of market makers. So this one is bullish, obviously, absolutely is bullish. So that's why I took a small trade on that. But because there's not a lot of liquidity, it's a little bit tricky. So I got out of it really fast, even though I got out of it, as you see here, boom, ripped higher. But it's a little bit difficult. OKLO doesn't have that much liquidity. Now let's go back to AMD. So this is the AMD. I got a stopped out on it. As you see here, by the time that I got a stopped out, this is very important. Look at I got stopped out. There's still very bearish. Market atlas is ready here. So I got a stopped out on it, gave a little bit of a profit back, and then checked out a couple of other things, and then came back up to AMD. This is important. Like this is KMD. So now this is 943. What I saw here, I came back, checked the atlas, and I saw that the AMDs came back up. This is a really good bullish engulfing, came above the VWAP. And look at the market atlas again. The orders are stacking up. This one is here, but this one is significantly bigger. So the atlas is really bullish here. And I decided to, maybe it's worth to take the trade. And this is exactly the moment that I'm actually going to take that trade. And then you see here, I went long for the break of 225, added more. And then you see 226. I just want you to pay attention to how much liquidity stays up there, because I want to go a little bit faster here. As you see, liquidity is just staying up there, and then I continued staying there. I checked a couple of other things, and again, look at the the timestamp and liquidity. You see, boom, is going up, liquidity going up. Now there's some liquidity at 227, but there's a still significant amount at 228. Means that there's sign that potentially you can get a pullback on that. But it still is very, very market atlas is very bullish. And as you see here, boom, is going to go to 229. We took the 229, and now the orders are going to 230. As you see here, the liquidities go up, and as you see here, my partials are also continuously following that journey. Again, this is a very long video. I want to do that too. As you see, do you see the clear order at 230? Very, very clear at 230 that we can actually get through that, and boom, we get it. And now 231, and here now we're getting into a point that there's a lot of orders coming down on AMD. Obviously on a price action, you see there's significant amount of movement up there, so there's time for some sort of a pullback, and this shows that time of pullback. So I don't want to enter long right now, but because I have a good position, I'm holding it. Goes up, and now as you see here, pulls back a little bit. And the orders are still up there at 231, and then we can here I added more, and then there you go. So again, as soon as the chart pattern shows that, I added more, and then 232, the market atlas tells you that we're going to go higher, and then boom, we continue going higher all the way to 232, 235. And you already have order at 235 sitting here because I know the market atlas is expecting. And as you see here, very easy to, you can see if the orders are going into your direction or not. And then that's the moment that I think 235, when we took the 235, I completely got out of it. So if you want to see these trades live, guys, make sure to join chat room, trade with me live. We do it have in YouTube as well. And Market Atlas is available through tradingterminal.com. So really looking forward to see you guys trading with us and benefit from this tool. If you have any questions, just leave in the comments, and I personally answer all of the comments. Thanks for this video, and I really appreciate if you consider subscribing to our channel.